In this video, we will go into detail about how to create a boxed table. We're going to use this information that I found on the internet to create our table. First, we need to analyze the data to figure out what kind of table we need. So there are 10 different types of vegetables here, and we're going to talk about the fiber content of each. So we also have another number here. These are all measurements. So it looks like we're going to have a vegetable, a measurement, and a total amount of grams. So that's going to be 3 columns. So we're going to need at least 11 rows and 3 columns. So coming up to my insert, go to my table, and then I want to create a table. So you can draw it if you want to, or you can use any of the other options. You choose what works best for you. Now that I have my table, I'm going to transfer the information into the table. Now that I have the data entered into the table, I'm going to get rid of the text and then go through the formatting of the table. For a boxed table, the title should be centered, it should be in all caps, and it should be top aligned. So not at the bottom, top aligned. There should be one blank line after the title before any of the text begins. Your second line column headings, as seen here, should be centered, bold, and bottom aligned. You can bottom align under table layout, alignment. This is centered and bottom aligned. Next, let's discuss the layout of the table. You will notice the grams of fiber column is the same width as the other two. However, it's excessively large based on the size of the information that is in there. So if we make this smaller, allow that to wrap. Numbers are right aligned. So all of these numbers need to be moved to the right. And then finally, when you have a table that's all by itself, nothing else on the paper except for the table should be centered both horizontally and vertically. The way that you can achieve that is under your printer, go under your page setup, under layout, page, vertical alignment is centered. So we centered the table, and then we need to also center it as well. So just using the regular center, you select the table, use center, and now your table is centered both horizontally and vertically. So let's review. For a boxed table, that means we can see the lines. If it is existing on its page all by itself, it needs to be centered horizontally and vertically. The title is font size 14 in all capital letters, and it is bolded. If you have a subtitle, the subtitle is 12-point font, upper and lowercase, centered also. There is one blank line after any of the text before you begin your table. In your second line column headings, they are centered, they are bold, and they are bottom aligned. Text is left aligned, numbers are right aligned. Nothing else within this table is bold.